Me,
Uh,
the
uh.
money.
Welcome into the Bro Force Squad, and we love, well, basically anyone that subscribed to us or comments at the bottom. And today, boys and girls, it's NFL draft season, so we are doing a throwback on the classic, Jerry Maguire. I'm Matt Geiger, and let's meet the rest of the bros. First, we have our very own agent, Bob Sugar, a.k.a. Jeff Hornacek. What's up?
Geiger, do you remember the name of that chick that you made out with at that Waffle House 11 years ago? I do. Her name was Priscilla. That's my job, to remember the name of skanks that you hook up with on the road.
And you do a damn good job of it. To our left, into the lab, the mad scientist, our very own Arizona State Sun Devil, Mr. Brian Banner. What's up?
Look, you guys just said you're going to be more personal, spend less money, more time with me. That's all I'm asking for.
I had a full night's sleep, ate a bad piece of pizza, and grew a fucking conscience.
Less clients, more attention. We grade all movies and actually some midget wrestling on 5 criteria, so let's kick it off. First, acting and cast. Jeff, to you.
All right. This is one of Tom Cruise's top 3 movies, in my opinion. But the highlight for me is Jay Moore in the performance and the role of a lifetime as Bob Sugar. Yes, a lot of people say that it's Jerry Maguire's movie because it's fucking named after him. Bob Sugar steals the show in this, and no hero is good unless he has a formidable villain. That was Jay Moore as Bob Sugar. A lot of good actors in this, but I gotta highlight him.
Wow, Banner.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a fantastic movie. Everybody killed it. I feel like I overplay this, but everybody knew their role, and they played it awesome. I love Cuba Gooding Jr. in this. He's jacked, which is pretty cool. And this is when Tom Cruise was at his best back in the day. And obviously now he's more of just the action film star. But the dude can fucking act, and this is proof right here.
Yeah, I like to pick up the scraps. I mean, Renee Zellweger was also fantastic in this, but Jay Moore, as Jeff said, probably his best role besides Mafia, if anyone remembers that movie, was just basically making fun of Goodfellas and everything. It's very hilarious. Kelly Preston, wife of John Travolta, does fantastic in this. She plays like a crazy bitch, and then for In Love of the Game, she plays like a really sweet lady. But I thought she was great. Regina King, who was Cuba's wife, does a very good job. Glenn Fry, rest in peace, lead singer of the Eagles, plays a head coach. He was very good at this. And also we got a ton of sports cameos. Troy Aikman, Drew Bledsoe, Barry Switzer, the god of the draft, everyone kneel. Mel Kiper and his fantastic hair is also
Todd.
Very, very fantastic cast of characters. They play the Dallas Cowboys at the end. You see Deion Sanders run on the field. The acting and cast couldn't have been better. So let's kick it over to our second criteria, story. Banner, you want to kick us off with that?
Yeah, it's a great story. I love it. I mean, what else is there to say about it? And it's timeless. Sports aren't going away. Agents aren't going away. And it's something we're all always thinking. It's fantastic.
The reason I like this movie so much, perfect date movie, because it gives you something for the guys and something for the gals. For the guys, it's pretty obvious. We have the testosterone, the egotistical sports agent, the world of sports agency, and all the underground part of that, which we don't get to see too much, but it takes a lighthearted look at it. And then for females, I mean, at the focal point of this movie, it's about relationships and really just him coming to terms with how important Renee Zellweger's character, Dorothy Boyd, was to him, and how it kind of trumped everything in his career. So no matter what you're looking for in a movie, it's like a perfect date night film, and it's hilarious. So story, plot, completely, perfectly executed on my part.
To be serious just for a second, this is a fantastic love story, honestly, because if anybody has been in love or in a relationship, it's never perfect. You know, it's never like stuff like the Disney shit goes. Like, he had a crazy-ass girlfriend, then he fell in love with this chick that basically followed him, and she has a kid, and they try to make it work. The best performance by Tom Cruise, I agree with both of you on that. And it's a great adult sports movie. It's not like kiddie shit. It's rated R for a reason. It's up there with me with Tin Cup, Bull Durham, and Varsity Blues. It's fantastic. And the story, I'm really interested in this, and I think Jeff is too, and Brian, so are you. But the sports agent, we don't get enough movies on that. That's why I'm trying to make you guys watch Ballers, because that's basically what it's about. It's a fantastic profession that is kind of hidden behind ESPN and stuff, and this has a very good look at it. So let's go right into best scene. I would like to go first on this one.
Please.
Whenever he gets fired is the greatest scene in this.
God damn it, Geiger!
Really?
Yes.
It is a great.
Let's tag team it. Let's tag team it then.
All right. Keep going. I'll piggyback.
So you're just gonna butt it. Okay. Whenever he gets fired, and it's something that we've all probably wanted to do at a job whenever you helped build this company, even though
I'm sorry, but it's a fact.
Even though on the business card it says established in 1910, it wasn't really built until I started here in 2003. And then you always take something. If you get broken up with, if someone pisses you off, if you get kicked out of a band or fired from work, you always take a pen or some monotonous object, just basically like, if someone wants to stop me, go ahead, but I'm going to kick your ass.
It's not about the object, it's about what it means.
It's principle.
So he takes a goldfish because the fish have manners, so he takes them with him. And then the best part is when he says, okay, no one's coming with me, so he tells the secretary, he's like, shall we? He's like, well, I'm almost 2 months away from my pension. And then he just kind of looks like, okay, I understand, you have kids, you got to stay, but I got to go because I got fired. It was the best scene in there.
Well, and not only that, but there's so many one-liners, and with him and Sugar going back and forth, talking to all these people, you can really just tell the rivalry there and how they're just jockeying for position and trying to prove who has the bigger dick at that point. And it's fantastic done, and it's it's almost montage style, which is awesome.
It was the greatest Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise, who's had a lot of yelling one-liners, a la A Few Good Men and all those other movies he's had. This was the greatest one of Tom Cruise ever. Jeff, what's your best scene?
So this is kind of tough because my scene feeds directly into yours. It's actually like probably the best 15 minutes of the whole movie, between the lunch where Jerry gets fired and then my best scene in the movie, which is where him and Sugar are just racing down their list of clients, calling them, basically trying to get them to choose who they want to go with going forward. And then that obviously feeds right into the scene where he leaves the office. But Bob Sugar in that scene, just calling up everyone and just using his slime ball techniques on each person. One of my favorite lines, and Geiger, you know that I quote this all the time, are you in or are you out? This isn't show friends, it's show business.
Show business.
And then his gymnastics client who pretends to cry on the phone with him, and she accidentally switches lines, and it's Bob Sugar. He's like, why are you crying? She's like, oh, Jerry was on the other end. He's like, oh, okay.
He's like, oh, okay, so you're in. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorite scenes just because it just shows Jay Moore's quick wit and kind of how much he really just embraced the role of Bob Sugar. And obviously it really sets up kind of the rivalry and the feud between him and Jerry going forward for the rest of the movie. So, but all those scenes kind of meld together into one, and it's I think my favorite part of the movie, just where it really starts to pick up steam.
All right, on to number 4. Impacts on pop culture. Banner, I'll let you go first so I don't steal the words out of your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you said it earlier, this really sheds light on an aspect of sports that we don't really get to see, and it does it in a way that we all feel for it, we all love it, and we can really, I almost want to say relate to it because of the relationships that are created and navigated during this movie. So I think it's a pretty big one, and again, this movie was made in '96, so it's, I mean, I'm not good at math, but that's like, what, 21 years ago? Like, this movie can drink now.
Yeah.
And it's still a fantastic movie.
That's true. So for me, I wish the impact was bigger. We haven't got many, if hardly any movie. I know there was like a couple baseball movies about it, but like with sports agents and sort of dealing with that. But more importantly, I think it's a top 3 Tom Cruise movie, and there may be a film or two that is like, this may be the penultimate version of this, but I think this is one of the last few times that Tom Cruise just played a normal dude and not someone in fucking space or like fighting to save the world. Like, one of the last times that he played a character, we were like, wow, I can actually really relate to what that guy's going through. And I really miss that Tom Cruise. So as far as effects on pop culture, that's where I'm going to give it a few more points, just because I think it was kind of the end or sort of the start of the transition in his career and kind of the end of him taking those roles, which I really miss him in.
To piggyback off that, this is the last time I actually saw Tom Cruise as a human. He's always been a little out there, but he plays this role perfectly because this guy, okay, I can see why he's out there. He fucking lost his job. He lost #1 pick the night before the draft. He's lost his girlfriend. And the other thing is, I think this was not the first time, but in a long time, I've seen 3 actors all together peak. It was Renee Zellweger's peak. It was Tom Cruise's peak right before his downfall when he's jumping on couches. And Cuba Gooding Jr., he's done a lot of good movies since that, but that was his best role. They all 3 peaked in that movie. It was a fantastic acting sequence. The only maybe better sports movie that's not actually about a sports team, I don't think it's better than this, but it's up there with this, is Two for the Money with McConaughey and Pacino. That kind of gives you another side of the sports stuff that you always don't get to see. All right, right into rewatchability. I'll take this one. I rewatch this probably 2 times a year. Before the NFL draft and usually before or during the NFL season because it's just such a great sports movie. Jeff? Yeah,
I would rewatch it like probably once every other month. This isn't an indictment on rewatchability, but it sucks. Why the fuck isn't this on TV? Like I don't think
it used to be on TNT all the time, but
I haven't seen it in forever.
96.
It needs to be on TV, especially around the NFL draft and during football season. But yeah, I would watch this movie anytime it was on.
Banner.
Yeah, I mean I'll watch it once every couple of years. It's not something that I go and I pop in all the time. Because you guys know me, I'm a sucker for a good chase scene, and that's the one knock on this movie is it doesn't have a great chase scene.
It does have a good scene with Tom Cruise in the car singing "Free Fallin'" by Tom Petty, but he's not being chased by anyone.
Exactly.
He's being chased by emotion.
Throw some
I'll tell you that.
explosions and some slow mo in there, and boom, that's a great chase scene.
I think Tom Cruise gave you enough of that in the next 15 years. We're good.
Wonder if Tom Cruise is his real name since Vin Diesel's shit on me. I don't know. Different topic.
It's a whole other pod. Yeah.
We are the Bro Force Squad and YouTube. Show us the money. Come on, we're starving over here. You can check out our website, www.broforcesquad.com. We got a YouTube channel. We also got iTunes. Be sure to subscribe to both. We're on Twitter at Broforce Squad and give us a like on Facebook. Until then, we'll catch you next time.
I got ants crawling up my walls, Jerry.